السلام عليكم من جديد، مرحبا لكم جميعا. مش عارفة أتكلم مصري ولا أتكلم عربي فصيح ولا أتكلم إنجليزي. محتارة. اليوم جميل وعايزة أتكلم بكل اللغات.
Use them all.
طيب، نرحب بكم من جديد في الجزء الثاني من هذه الجلسة. معنا اليوم إيمان رمضان وبتول داسان، واعذروني إذا قلت دعسان. أنا آسفة لأن الاسم أمامي باللغة الإنجليزية، فأنا أحاول أن أترجمه لأقرب شيء باللغة باللغة العربية. وهما من قاصد انستيتيوت بالأردن. سيتكلمان اليوم عن Global Education in Less Commonly Taught Languages, Global Classroom Initiative, a case study of Indiana University and Qasid Institute. تفضل.
شكرا لك. اوكي so we say bonjour, hola, مرحبا بكل اللغات. اذا انا ايمان رمضان وانا محاضره في طبعا بالانجليزي right. I'm Iman Ramadan and I'm a lecturer at Indiana University, the Department of Middle Eastern Languages and Culture.
And I'm Batoul Dasan, as you said, Madam. And I teach Arabic for non-speakers. Also, I design a curriculum in Qasid.
So today we are going to talk about the global classroom or global learning in less commonly taught languages. Of course, case study of Arabic, a global classroom initiative between Indiana University and Qasid in Jordan.
And it's worth to mention that global classroom was usually used as a strategy with math and science classes. We just found one language partner program between English and Spanish language, but we found nothing about Arabic language.
Awesome. So what about the global classroom? The virtual exchange is a pedagogical approach that enables collaborations among students with peers in other countries through online technologies. This adding international dimension to the classroom benefits both faculty and students. It offers for faculty a way to add an international component to their classes by collaborating with a foreign partner. As for students, it gives them the experience with the types of work they will likely engage in over the course of their future career, such as cross-cultural, project-based, and supported, all of that supported by technology.
Global classroom extends the students' experience as a result of exchanging language and culture. It also gives the students an environment to practice language confidently, highlighting culture as a language main component.
Our goals as educators, as we all know, is to help students improve their language skills and to help them to grow in a rapidly changed world. So we know that most of students study language, and particularly less commonly taught languages, for many purposes. One of them is getting a job, and that getting a job requires using the target language, and that is really in a virtual exchange between two institutions from two countries. We help students as educators to learn how to be respectful to others and how to be more confident to express themselves in the target language.
In this presentation, we are going to talk about many things. We are going to talk about starting the collaboration, finding the partner institution, timeline and phases. Also, we'll talk about the global classroom activities and the students' engagement, assessments, challenges, and barriers.
Starting with collaboration, we had started finding our partner. I want to emphasize here on the role of social media. I personally follow a lot of institutions, among them Qasid, on social media, and I hear so much really positive feedback from my students who study abroad. One of them, for example, she's from Germany, who studied in America, and she won a writing context at Qasid. So I hear this positive feedback about student experience. Another thing is I watched the videos of Ustad Batoul teaching Ammiya and like Ihki Ammiya. This series like really encouraged me to find and to approach her. So the personal character or personal component is really important. When I approached Ustad Batoul, she was really excited. She showed really a positive energy to start this initiative, and we started from here.
Global classroom phases are basically two phases, pre-semester and during semester. The pre-semester one took us about 6 months to prepare for everything, like the following things: students, and about the students, we prepared the nationalities, the differences in ages, fields, number, levels, and pairing the numbers. Also, the class meetings. Each Sunday, the two classes had a meeting with a guest. We also had to prepare the syllabus. We agreed on controversial and global topics. Also about the platform, it was Google Drive for everyone, but for teachers, we used Canvas.
What about now during the semester preparation? So we had to work on two elements. The first one is preparing the weekly packets, and the other one is about classroom activities. As for the packets, we worked on designing the packet about vocabulary, context, mechanical drills, interactive drills. That was in the packet. And later on, Ustad Batoul will mention more about the packets. As for in-classroom activities, each instructor had the freedom to design their own activities based on their students' needs. But we had the freedom to deliver the information in class in different ways based on our students' needs. Now we are going to talk about the global classroom activities and student engagement. And here we have two types of activities: in-class activities and outside of class activities. For inside class activities, we had the Sunday Global Talk, weekly unified packets, and writing workshops. For the Sunday Global Talk, that was really amazing that we brought for students, connected students every Sunday with very famous people from around the Arab world, from very famous activists. For example, we had Nada Al-Ahdal, who was nominated for Nobel Prize. We had another activist who in human rights. We had TV hosts, we had fashion designers. So we had about 8 to 9 guest speakers, and the interaction was directly with the students in Arabic in the target language. We created a channel, Sunday Global Talk channel on Kaltura, and was available for students to watch afterwards. And by the way, we invited non-native speakers from around the world to be part of this global talk. And it was really amazing to hear students' feedback about that.
And about the packet we prepared, it was mostly from Qasid material because of the policy of the institute to use the material. But we were able to modify it to match the needs of a global class by adding more debating exercises. We changed the assessments, and we'll explain in the other slide more about this. And to maintain the controversial topics, we created some units such as child marriage, global warming, globalization. Each Thursday, we held a writing workshop focusing on using the new expressions for advanced level in the correct context. These workshops were designed based on advanced high-level functions that help students to hypothesis, supporting opinion, and argument, and to write, to speak in accuracy. Outside of the class, we had mainly 3 activities: questionnaire, trending day, and post-reading discussion. Students talk about their point of view about a problematic idea of the article.
As for questionnaires, we had two students in the packet. At the end of the packet, we had the STBN or questionnaire. Students had to meet with a partner and native speaker partner. We connected students with 35 people from around the Arab world. From each country, we had people from universities or lawyers or doctors from different fields to answer the questions of this STBN or questionnaire. Students had to write a report about their finding, then to meet together outside of the classroom to record a video about their finding. How people, for example, in Egypt, what they do about global warming, what they know about global warming. And then, for example, when they meet with somebody who met with somebody from Kuwait, and they record a video about their finding, and they discover in this way the very important ideas about these controversial topics.
Trending Day was super fun for students. So it works like this: posting a summary of an article of a current event in the Arab world. Then the other students must comment on 2 of these posts at least. So as you see here, Anna from Indiana University is posting and talking about this article. Cabs and Lindsay are commenting using the vocabulary and the phrases of the week, and they are from Qasid.
As for post-reading discussions, the students had to meet once a week as well to discuss the article that they read during the week and exchange their opinion on the topic of the week. So the questions were assigned at the packets, and students had to meet, of course, the questions were open-ended questions that enable students to explain and express their opinion. And we have here, I will share my sound. And here we have this example from this.
أهلا يا أمينة.
أهلا كيفك؟
أنا كويس الحمد لله، وأنتي؟
الحمد لله أنا كويسة.
تمام. هذا الأسبوع نتحدث عن وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي وعندنا بعض الأسئلة أوكي نبدأ. كيف تتوقعين؟
And of course, here Amina is from Indiana University, Cabs from Qasid, and Cabs reside in UK, Amina in Bloomington, Indiana. Time conflict and all of that, they were able to meet and discuss this really freely and have very great ideas.
About the assessment, so the performance-based assessment, we had the pre- and post-class OBI. Like any experiment, we had to test before and after to see the results and the results of our experiment globally classroom.
For the assessment as well, the other element of the assessment, as we mentioned, performance-based, the semester project. So students had to design a project, to write about the project, to design something artistic, or to write a poem, or to write a song, or to write, for example, a short story. We have students wrote short stories about refugees, and you see here as you see here in the slide, we had to, for example, one project was about stereotype in America about Muslims, so they had to design, students designed this on computer, and they wrote about it, and they presented on video. They recorded video about project. The other thing we can see here, really artistic product of one of our students about minorities in the Middle East. One of them this about the Druze minority, and they recorded videos about this project, and they wrote of course an article about that.
About in-class presentations, each class had its presentations exercises to assess the students' performance in Arabic. Students had to use the new vocabulary and expressions in class presentation, and it helps the students to speak with confidence in front of the audience and to be able to defend their opinion, to respond to the audience questions. In order to keep the students engaged with the presenter, students had to fill out a peer evaluation form.
As for grading, so both classes in Qasid and Indiana University followed the same grading scale, but each instructor graded their own classroom assignments.
Okay, about challenges and barriers mainly, and what you might face if you made this experience, a class setting. So we are in Qasid in Jordan, other students around the world, Indiana University in US. So time zone, students number, especially in coronavirus year, students, nationalities, different nationalities, of course.
And the other barrier we faced, the program setting for Qasid as a language for teaching Arabic, it's intensive setting. Students, they had 4 contact hours every day for instruction hours in class. As for Indiana University, in the fall and the spring, the setting is not intensive. Students, they use Arabic in class only for an hour. So, and we were able to overcome this challenge, of course, because we tried to assign students extra work, which is one of the important components of the program. Here is the weekly weekly reading and weekly listening. So I tried to add the weekly listening and weekly reading to match Qasid students, the language instruction. So, and it was really great to overcome this challenge as well. And now, the global classroom is really a great experience. As we know, the virtual exchange in this global classroom addresses many competencies for students and for faculty.
So about the students, students are able to collaborate with others, different perspectives, time zones, etc. Also, students are able to communicate with others in the target language, of course, and from different culture. In the survey, WhatsApp, friendships, recording, all these platforms or techniques. Students are able to use technology in meaningful way.
As for faculty, here the importance of teamwork, the real work of teamwork. We had to collaborate before we start the class for 6 months, and to have a weekly meeting and to talk and brainstorm and all of that. And we were both like in one, like Batoul and Iman, we were one person. And the role of social media, that is really important, because without social media, I won't be able to reach out somebody across the globe. And the most important benefit from this global classroom experience is helping the students to get out of their bubble, and to help educators to get out of the class bubble, to get around, or to collaborate with other colleagues around the world, and to help each other to develop our instruction, develop our strategies, and to brainstorm. And the importance of connecting educators, especially in Arabic, with other people from around the world, and exchange expertise is really important. So we had
great. شكرا محتاجين نقفل علشان في أسئلة كتير واهتمام كبير.
Oh, okay. تمام. We had 2 videos from students' feedback. We will share those in the chat. Of course. So do you want us to take the questions, Ustadha?
I will in a minute. بس أشكركم في البداية طبعا، شكرا جزيلا. Thank you so much إيمان وبتول، هذا رائع وممتاز، creative، كل شيء amazing.
تشرفنا.
هناك أسئلة كثيرة أعتقد يا إيمان وبتول أنكم أجبتم على بعض. السؤال الأول من مروة أنتم أجبتوه إلى حد ما، لذلك لن أخذ سؤال صفاء. بتول، كم عدد الساعات التدريسية لهذا البرنامج؟
كانت هذه مشكلة في الحقيقة، لأنه قاصد برنامج مكثف، فنحن طلابنا يدرسون تقريبا يوميا من 4 إلى 5 ساعات، بينما جامعة إنديانا يعني الصف كان فقط مع الدكتورة إيمان. فهذا الفرق حاولت الدكتورة إنها تعوضه بمزيد من الواجبات البيتية، ويعني كان هناك عندها خطة جانبية إلى جانب خطتنا. فنعم، هذا كان أحد التحديات اللي قد يواجهها من يطبق هذه التجربة.
طبعا، شكرا جزيلا. هناك سؤال آخر من علاء: هل كان جميع الطلاب متحمسين ومتقبلين لتسجيل هذه الفيديوهات؟ هل كانوا مجبرين على تسجيل فيديوهات أو كان لهم حرية الخيار؟ هل كانت هذه الفيديوهات محسوبة من درجات البرنامج؟ 3 in 1 يا علاء.
إذا تسلمي. شكرا أستاذة بتول. شكرا أستاذ علاء لهذا السؤال الرائع. طبعا إذا كان الطلاب من متحمسين مش راح يكون في فيديوهات. الطلاب كانوا يشوفوا الجلوبال كلاس روم بالمنام، فيجوا على الصف يقولوا أستاذة بتول أستاذة إيمان نحن، فكانوا متحمسين. بعض الطلاب طبعا كان عندهم يعني شعور بالثقل عليهم، لكن حماس الصف وفكرة الصف وفكرة الموضوعات، يعني child marriage, global warming، كله based on students' interest and it's related to their field. They are specialized in international studies, international law, human rights, all of that. So they were really interested in this. So الفيديوهات كانوا بالفعل إجبارية لأنه كانت هي جزء من الواجبات. إذا ما عملناها من عدا شيء واحد، كل شيء كان جزء من الواجبات، له علامات، له دائما فيدباك للطلاب، أنت قلت هيك، هذا ممتاز، هذا غير ممتاز. لكن الشيء الوحيد اللي كان خياري هو الساندي توك، وكان هو بالنسبة لإنديانا كان يوم عطلة ويكند، بالنسبة لقاصد هو كان يوم صف. لكن الشيء الرائع أنه الطلاب قد ما استمتعوا بالساندي توك كانوا كلهم يجوا في يوم الويكند، يتركوا كل شيء ويحضروا الجلوبال توك، لأنه كان عندنا ضيوف من لندن، من الصين، من نيويورك، اللي كانوا متكلمين اللغة العربية، يعني like native speakers اللي حضروا native speakers حضروا very famous people. So that was really interesting. The only option اللي هو كان voluntary Sunday talk، وكل الطلاب حضروا الحمد لله. ما بعرف إذا أستاذة بتول عندك إضافة.
أنا بتفق تماما. يعني في مجال تعليم اللغة العربية والجميع يعلم من الصعب يعني أن الطلاب خاصة مثلا في قاصد هو معهد وليست جامعة، وليس جامعة، فمن الصعب إجبار الطلاب على ما يعترضون عليه، يعني هم معلمين على الديمقراطية. فنعم يعني كان هذا أساس في بداية الفصل نقنعهم بأهمية هذه الاستراتيجية. في البداية لا أنكر إنه كان في بعض الغرابة، إنه شو يعني نتكلم مع طلاب من جامعة أخرى ولماذا، لكن ممكن إنكم تشاهدوا الفيديوهات. في الفيديوهات الطلبة يتكلمون، هناك فيديوهات غير مطلوبة من الطلاب إنهم سجلوها طواعية برأيهم عن التجربة.
ممتاز. أعتقد لدينا القليل من الوقت لسؤال مروة الذي كنت قد يعني لم أذكره في البداية، لكن سأخذ جزء منه فقط، وهو is the preparation and application of the initiative by the teachers and their engagement part of their workload? It's a very good question. Workload issues.
Actually, it was voluntary. It's not part of the workload. It just we started collaboration. The workload started in the fall and خريف 2020 في آب، لكن إحنا بدأنا التعامل والتخطيط من شهر نوفمبر 2019. بعدين في ربيع 2020 بدينا بالفعل a weekly meeting for sure. يعني like every يعني بعد صلاة الجمعة كنا نحن قاعدين نخلص ونقعد للقاءات والبرين ستورم. وأكيد دائما اللقاء هو كثر اللقاءات، وكانت هي اختيارية ومحبة لأني اثنيناتنا كنا متحمسات. وأنا كثير كنت مبسوطة أنه أستاذة بتول كانت مشجعة متحمسة يعني من الأردن إلى هون. فبالعكس هذا كان it's not part of the workload preparation at all.
Excellent. شكرا جزيلا يا بتول وإيمان. شكرا. يعني أعتقد أنني سأتوقف الآن عن أخذ الأسئلة حتى نلتزم بالوقت. شكرا لكم أيضا لالتزامكم بالوقت، لأن هذا يعطي المزيد من الوقت للأسئلة والنقاش الجيد كما ترون. لكن أدعوكم لقراءة التعليقات الممتازة على الدردشة. هناك كثير من التعليقات.
شكرا لكل التعليقات وشكرا جزيلا للجميع.
شكرا.